Hi, here is the easy and quick way to save some space in your memory. So let's say you want to find the integral or the derivative of sine x negative sine x cosine x negative cosine x, right? So you want to know the derivative or the integral of one of these functions. So you can choose to memorize the derivative or the integral, but I would like to save some space in my memory. So here is how I proceed. I have the unit circle, right? So the only thing that I need to do is know how to draw the unit circle, and also know that if I go clockwise, I'm having the derivative. If I go on the opposite side, I'm having the integral, right? So here I have a cosine x. This is negative cosine x. This is negative sine x. This is sine x, right? Now what you can do is, let's say I want to find the derivative of sine x, right? So based on what we said is, if you want the derivative of sine x, because sine x is right here, you go clockwise, so you have cosine x. So that's it, because you are going this way, right? So the derivative with respect to x of sine x equal to cosine x, right? Now if you want to get using the same idea, if you want to get the derivative with respect to x of negative sine x, what do you get? It's going to be this negative sine x, because you're going clockwise, it's going to be negative cosine x, right? So this is negative cosine x. Now so that means you see how we can get this derivative. So for the negative cosine x is going to be negative, it's going to be sine x. Now what is the integral of, let me pick different color. So if you now want to find the integral, so the integral of sine x, because you are going to the opposite of the clock, so the integral of sine x is going to be negative cosine x, right? So if you find the integral of sine x dx, is going to be, because we go from sine, which is right here, then we go on the opposite of the clock, it's going to be negative cosine x. So this is negative cosine x, the plus constant, the integral of negative, let's say cosine x dx is going to be let's go back there. So we say negative cosine x, because you are finding the integral, we go on the opposite of the clock, is going to be negative sine x, right? So this is negative sine x plus constant. So I think you have the trick. So basically you just have to go clockwise to get the derivative, and you go on the opposite side to get the integral. So that was the trick that I was trying to show you, how to use it to find the derivative or the integral of sine x, negative sine x, cosine x, and negative cosine x. So that's it. Now you can save some space in your memory by using this simple trick to get the derivative and the integral of this basic trigonometric function. Thanks.